but where my work really finds its corollary in the business world is through one-on-one consults with people, or sometimes small groups of people where we're actually around the laptop and we're targeting strategies that are customized for them. Your strategy, Gary, might be different than the IT guy. You're looking for different people. Mark's client may be different than my client. I mean, everything's got to be woven correctly for your business. Basically, the extent of the strategy depends on what you're looking to do on LinkedIn. Obviously, transactions are great. We all want more of them. How many people have enough transactions? Obviously, the goal is to find business, to cultivate opportunities. Can I guarantee it? No. Just read my terms of use. But I can put you in the game and teach you a few things to make you self-sufficient. That's the goal. I have clients that I have on retainer situations where I'm literally handling.
You know everybody wants to ask what you charge, so why don't you?
Well, I'm not going to do that here. I have a package and an opportunity, but leaving, you'll get that. But in essence, it's one-on-one consulting that I'm finding is having a lot of success for my clients. They feel a lot better about what they can do on LinkedIn. They have confidence to go ahead and log on and do it with purpose, as opposed to just having it out there and hoping something good will happen.
That's great.
For transitional people, some of the people in transition are working harder than people who have jobs. The approach is a little different, but it becomes more of the chess game we've been talking about. It's where to find the people who know the people, to find the people who know the people, to get your resume to, right?
Well, and even, I mean, one of the things I would imagine in this market is, not to be pessimistic, there's a lot of people you can contact, whether it's in a setting like this or on LinkedIn, want to be helpful, but there's nothing that they can really do immediately. So it's even, how do you utilize it in a way where I reach out to someone and say, hey, I'm looking for an opportunity, keep me in mind down the road. How do you use that down the road kind of mentality rather than
excellent
to say,
question.
what can you do for me now?
Right.
If it's nothing, end of the road.
People who are in recruiting and placement, that's obviously their main challenge in working with people. And it seems like the good jobs, the really good positions are guarded and they're tenacious about protecting them, just like the Blagojevich Senate seat. They're not giving it away.
Yeah.
It's here. We want the real qualified people for this one. And sometimes it can be that serendipitous, I met this guy at a golf outing thing, job fair, we linked in, he was impressed with me, I was funny, and he wants to see me in his office next week, bring my resume. It just, it is happening.
You do it now, too, to build in your network for your next job.
Right.
Because this will break. I sense that things are breaking now.
That's exactly right.
But then you've got, you're already building, so
Right.
don't look at it, you can look at it, look like you're finding a job, but also this networking thing. This is just a great form of networking.
Yeah.
No, and
Pat?
Yeah, I heard in fact, a recruiter say one time there was a company, and they had they were looking at the LinkedIn on somebody, and they had down that they were an Eagle Scout, and the
Yeah.
person happened to be an Eagle Scout who was doing the looking and said this person.
Mhm.
So it was that extra personalization.
Past employees, industry insiders, people in your connections, people who might know, even though they're secure and stable in their profession, they may be able to turn you on to people who are kind of looking or who are advanced scouting positions. I found that to be the case too. That became a strategy of a gal, an IBM software sales gal I work with, who is a friend of a friend I connected from high school with, and she was downsized from IBM software sales, probably made about $1.50 a year with incentives. Very difficult to replace that income in the real world, but yet she was able to, solely on the basis of LinkedIn work, get herself into not one but two job opportunities, and she started at one of them. So
So is this like a businessmatch.com?
LinkedIn? I don't know. It's a good question. I think that the way that you know, go about embellishing your profile to a certain point, you're actually, it does kind of,
Yeah.
you know, have that kind of aura.
I've gotten calls from people who find me on LinkedIn. I have no idea.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be careful who gets into my
Hey, where's my
LinkedIn,
cartoon?
obviously.
I had a cartoon in there.
Where is your?
What the heck? I had a cool LinkedIn profile cartoon. What the heck happened to it? Well, now I have to get it. Because it's not a presentation until I do this. Hang in there, folks. Any questions?
Are you open to LinkedIn, us connecting, if you want to?
Absolutely. Please do.
What was the question?
If you want to link in with him.
Oh, you betcha.
What about,
Please check my profile out because that's in essence how I roll.
We saw that
Maybe this is it. This is it. Here we go. This should have been in the PowerPoint. What happened to it? I mean, come on.
one.
Using cartoons to brand. So that's obviously the message that I'm a guy that believes in the LinkedIn profile. That's my, you know, that's my niche, I guess, is I like to see people represent. Sometimes it takes a little bit of word tweaking. Sometimes you have to say things in a way that no one else is saying it. And you have to have a certain energy coming off the profile. And it will form positive associations in the minds of others. And I think everybody's had enough, or we keep going.
Got one. We didn't talk much about the emailing capability through LinkedIn.
Good question. LinkedIn, as you know, has its own email system. LinkedIn correspondence, I'm a big advocate of using it whenever possible. It's set up so it goes right to the person through a LinkedIn generated mail, and you don't have spam to worry about. It goes right into the inbox. Also, I'm an advocate for selective emailing. You don't want to spam anybody. You don't want to send out incessant emails really over the top promoting what you do. Gets to people. It's kind of a violation of LinkedIn etiquette, which I'm a big believer in. I believe that if you're on LinkedIn, you have a certain ethical responsibility to communicate in a professional manner. We all want to tell people what we do. Your job challenge is to find the best forums for it. But yeah, whenever possible, I always use the LinkedIn mail because I can keep track of it. Someone will respond to me. I've got the whole
Thread.
of the email message.
Can anyone get into LinkedIn? Or when you go in, does somebody check you out, or?
You have to be a member of LinkedIn
Okay.
to really do the checking out aspect of it.
No, but I mean, if you sign up, I can't remember when I signed up for LinkedIn.
Okay.
But when you first go in there, are you vetted by somebody from LinkedIn?
So you mean kind of Unabomber via and
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, you have to have a certain business, yeah, I know. Business kind of a background, or somebody looking at that, or can
No
anybody?
formal vetting process, but as things are moving forward, my guess is that this is a site that's
Yeah.
monitored, and you've got 1.2 million users per month coming on board.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, well, I would hope that it would be monitored
I don't know
somehow.
if this is why you asked, but even from a recruiter's point of view, because I used to do some source, it seems that it used to be more, you said boardroom,
Uh-huh.
or executive, but now it's getting, customer service people are on there. It's not really, you
Yeah,
know,
it's changing, right?
right, it's open, pretty much everyone's using it.
Yeah.
Is that right?
And I think on that note, folks, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for coming. I'm going to stick around. I've got to pack down anyway, so
Thank you very much.
thanks for being here.
when did you graduate from insurance?